Hi, I'm Steve Moneypenny, and I want to take a few minutes of your time to tell you what SB 347 means to me, and both a lot of that and a lot of things the news doesn't tell you. What SB 347 is and was is a bill that removes the requirement to get a concealed carry license, which is a concealed pistol revolver license in West Virginia. By removing that, that means basically anyone over the age of 21 can legally carry a concealed pistol or revolver. This is not going to be considered a concealed deadly weapons removal act because carrying a long knife, nunchakus, nunchucks if you want to call them that, or whatever, your ninja stars are still going to be considered concealed deadly weapons. By removing that requirement, it is going to make what used to cost about $25 a year, and then you had to take a class to go through free. Now, what are the pros to this? Well, obviously, it is now cheaper to do so. The other thing is, you no longer have to seek out a class and get a class. Class prices range greatly from county to county and from instructor to instructor. Generally, they're around $50. I charge $40 for my basic class, which means I don't have to spend hours with you teaching you about firearms. That's for people that know what they're doing about firearms, or a couple of students that have at least been around them. That doesn't remove the requirement to shoot. Everybody still has to shoot in my classes. Some instructors don't require you to shoot. Other instructors charge $85, $95, $100, make you go through 300 or 400 rounds to pass the exact same course that someone else would not even make you fire a gun for. Neither one gets you further in the permit process. Now, the negatives about this. A lot of folks say, well, you're going to have a bunch of idiots carrying guns that don't know the laws and don't know where they can carry guns. Well, this is true. But right now, those are just considered open carry problems, because there are a lot of people out there that have a misconception. The Second Amendment is my carry permit, and they'll try to carry in schools and in post offices, etc. That's not going to change anything. You still can't carry in those places. Also, one of the things we have to remember, this is a 35-page bill. It goes through and corrects every place where it says you must have a concealed handgun license in your code, which includes DNR code. Because right now, it is a very iffy situation about whether or not you can carry a open handgun, plainly visible, loaded in a vehicle to transport. A lot of people say you can, a lot of people say you can't. The bottom line is, if it's a hunting gun, you definitely cannot. And if you do, and you are pulled over, you will probably be cited by that officer, and you'll have to prove you're right in court. And that hasn't happened yet, so we don't have a statute. However, SB 347, if passed by the governor, will do that. Exactly where the bill stands now. The bill was introduced in the Senate, went through the Senate, was put to the House Judiciary Committee, went through that, and went in front of the House floor. The House added some amendments. They changed the age of 18 to 21, and they also put the carry permit process back into the law books. So now it's not required, but you still can get it. With the original SB 347, you could not. Then it had to go back to the Senate to be approved, which it has been approved with all of its amendments. It is now waiting for Governor Earl Ray Tomblin to either sign it into law or veto it. What this means to you is that at some point in the future, you may not have to have a class. These classes, many of them are simple and tell you which part of the gun is which. Others, such as my class, will definitely go through what you should and should not do, best practices for concealed carry, and some legal issues with this state and with some of our surrounding states that may or may not cause you problems. The biggest problem that I see with Senate Bill 347 is the people out there right now talking about it that don't know what it is, because I've heard a few people say, oh, well, they passed it like it's already happened and that you don't need a carry permit anymore. At the absolute minimum, July 1st will be the first day that you could possibly carry a gun without a permit, concealed. it could be as late as December 1st or January the 1st of 2016. When that will take effect is unclear. But this is a 35-page bill that goes through a lot of the little intricacies, clears up a lot of other things with the concealed weapons. And if you go to the West Virginia State Legislature, just type that in or type in WVSB 347. You will find that in the links on Google or Bing, and read through some of that. There's a PDF of the most current version. If you have any questions, please post them below. I'll try to answer them as best as I can. I am a lawyer by no means, but I do have a good understanding of the carry permit process, the use of a permit, and what you should be able to do legally. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, click subscribe, and please give me your feedback.